Welcome to MILF Talk. Today's topic is our first time. What do you think we mean? Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about sex.
Hey, let's talk about sex.
Baby, baby, baby. Wait, yeah.
Wow.
It might not be good though. Who knows?
Right.
So,
So specifically, what about our first time? Our first orgasm?
Oh, God.
First time?
Alright, let's just talk about what we expected our first time.
We put on some blush, but I think we're going to be extra
I'm already blushing. I'm like, I'm getting hot.
I'm hot.
And it's not the liquor.
I'm hot. When we were grown, when I say grown, this is when we had our first time.
Right, because there's a difference. There's our first time having sex, like intercourse, and the
And
first time actually,
making love.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
And there's the first time like really getting it on. You feel it.
And you're like, this is what the movies are about.
Oh my gosh, you know what? Just thinking about that, it was such a big space between when I first had sex and when I really made love.
Oh God, me too. It was like,
I
it was
know
that.
Big space.
I was like, why do people do this?
But I almost feel like too, like puppy love isn't like real love. You know what I'm saying? Like making love. Like I had a first love, but
it wasn't for real.
For real.
It was just like, oh, my first boy that I liked, he liked me back. Like a little, like you little, I don't know.
Yeah. So Diana, do you want to share?
Oh
yes. No, we're doing her.
Okay,
no,
go ahead.
Diana. Let's talk about it. You hot?
I'm blushing.
Red lips.
Red lips. My cheeks blushing.
Real quick, you guys, write in the comments below. Tell Tia, happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
When you guys see this, her birthday would already passed.
Yeah.
However, still tell her happy birthday.
Let me know you love me.
Love, love, love.
All right, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
She got that Benjamin button. She got that Benjamin button.
She's the birthday girl.
Okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
She's just trying to distract me.
Chicken. Okay, back to
your first time.
Okay. Well,
you're kind of professional for your first time.
There wasn't much to say about my first time. My first time, I will say, I had this really big hype about it hurting. Like, I just feel like growing up, like my grandma, she brainwashed us and she used to tell us, it's gonna hurt, you never have sex, it's gonna hurt, it's painful, people only have sex to have babies. Like, growing up, well, because I think she's trying to scare us into like staying
not doing it.
And to be honest, I think it worked because I was a virgin for a long time. Like, you know, I don't know, we're talking ages, we're not talking ages.
We're not talking ages.
We're not talking ages, okay, I don't want to talk age. However, I feel like I was scared. Because, okay, so I will say this, my first time, there was almost a first time. I think it might have been like 15, almost been a first time. And yeah, maybe 16. I don't know how old I was.
No, she said maybe it was going to happen, but it didn't happen.
Going to happen, but it didn't happen. Because the guy, like, he like touched me. And I just felt like, you know, with his thing. And I just like it literally just, and I was like, okay. And I like literally like kind of like I just stopped it because I was so scared. I literally had a weird like, so he didn't actually not even go in at all. Okay. So that wasn't even like a real time. Like, and not only that, I am so glad I didn't lose my virginity to him. I mean, not that losing virginity to anybody is a good thing, you know, like the person's probably not always gonna be a
trash right now.
But my first real time, I would say I did have this hype and I thought it was gonna hurt, and it didn't. So I didn't actually feel that much, to be honest.
Oh, that's a bad thing.
Okay, wait. So now looking back.
When I said I didn't feel anything, I felt it obviously, but I will say it was uncomfortable. It didn't hurt. So I think I just had this hype of it hurting, and that I was gonna like. Okay,
that's the difference.
You know, like I was gonna bleed or something, and I felt like I didn't have what I thought I was gonna have. I felt like I was uncomfortable, and I was kind of like, I don't know, but it didn't hurt.
Okay. Well, my first time, it was absolutely horrible. It was horrible. Wow. I just remember, so
experience, horrible, didn't know what he was doing.
He didn't know what he was doing. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what to expect. I was just like, laying laying there like, okay, yeah, just like going with the motions.
Like a weird, yeah.
And then when like it finally happened, I was in so much pain. It was so uncomfortable.
What?
And I'm like, this is
Just you.
what sex is gonna be like.
Right. I know. I didn't feel like it was horrible too. I was like,
and you know, same thing with you. Like looking back, I'm like, dude was freaking trash.
Right.
He's trash now.
Right.
But
Like, how did he get me?
well, back then he was
charming.
popular. He was charming.
Oh, God.
Whatever. But he's trash now. And
Agree.
so I just remember my first time just being really horrible and painful.
I remember my first time. It was more like you, really.
Okay.
It was kind of like I was, and then you, like laying there. But then I kind of didn't feel nothing. But then I kind of was like, what is this? Why would people do this?
right.
Why is everybody doing this? Why is these girls being
But this is
nasty?
supposed to feel good.
This
Like the movies don't make it look like this.
This doesn't
No.
feel good, but I will tell you, the first time I like made love and it was
Oh.
legit, I was like, I'll do whatever you want,
Oh my
whatever you need me to do. I was sprung.
Yeah.
Okay, so my
Had it all.
I cried.
Whipped.
Like I shed a tear. I was like
Like the first real
this is
time?
amazing.
The first real time I was
the
whipped.
first time
I was like in love.
Wow. I will say my first real time wasn't until.
Grown.
No, I would say my first real time wasn't until I actually had an orgasm. Because I would say when you're just having intercourse, it feels okay. Like, you know, when you kind of keep doing it, you're getting accustomed to like,
Right.
okay, you kind of are kind of figuring out what to do.
Right.
But I still didn't like enjoy it. I was kind of like, okay, like, you know.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
I'm saying my first time
But
had an
when I
orgasm
really
too.
had an orgasm,
Wow.
I literally, like, the guy I was with at the time told me, he's like, it kind of looked like you were having a seizure.
Oh yeah, that's how you're having a good one. Those
I'm
are the
serious.
best.
And when I tell you that, like, afterward, I was like, oh my God, I was seeing stars. Like, I literally felt like, I was like, my eyes were like,
Like that?
my
I get
first
weird,
time, my
like,
first time,
convulsions.
I was so shocked. I was like, oh my God, something's wrong with me. Something's wrong with me. Oh my God. I know what I'm saying. Like, I didn't know if it was supposed to keep, I was like, oh.
Do you know what? Then the guy like sees that you're doing that, and then they
Yes,
don't want
you're
you to
doing
stop, so they keep going,
Yeah,
and
they
you're
keep
like,
going.
wait, don't do it, and you like almost give him the concussion because you kick him in the head or something.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
I remember
And
that.
he's like, look at you having a seizure. And I was like, well, probably almost freaking died. I don't know. Like,
Your heart almost died.
I think you need a drink to that.
Okay, yeah, let's drink to our first orgasm.
Oh my. It was many more.
Okay, now what about your guys' first orgasm?
God, you know what? I can't even really remember.
It was
like, you
my
guys-
whole toes. Like it came up my whole toes, through my whole soul, through my whole body, and it was like a. It was amazing.
I can't remember my first one. I don't know why. Maybe I have a horrible memory, but like obviously it must have been good because orgasms are
They're bomb.
good.
But do you remember the first time you thought you had one, and then you didn't have one, and then you had one? You were like, oh, wait a minute.
I felt like, I used to feel like, they'd be like, oh, does it feel good? I'm like,
Yeah.
I'd be like, I thought it felt okay, but I didn't think it was really good.
Right,
Until I had one, I was like, oh. And then I wanted it all the time.
That's correct. That is the truth. What about you?
Gosh, what are we talking about?
I say okay, because you remember. Okay, so when you first become sexually active, you're sleeping around. You're thinking you're doing something, and you're not really doing nothing because you don't know what to expect.
You know what I do remember is the first time I became confident enough to know that I was in control.
Oh.
Like, okay, I'm gonna throw it back. You know,
Okay.
be like really like
that's
making the sounds and the motions. And
Okay.
like, I remember that because I was like, oh yeah, I'm getting my woman on. I'm
Yeah.
feeling good.
Right, I got you.
So you remember that first time?
Yes.
Oh, see, it's funny you remember that. Because you like to
remember
be in
coming into your
control.
moment. Yeah, that's definitely.
So, okay, speaking about control, I will tell you, the thing back then that kind of got me when I started doing, I was doing my thing, is when you can start to realize you can kind of control the guy that you're with, because you're like, if he's always wanting you, always, like, I was kind of like, I got this, you know, so I'm feeling like I can kind of control some things, I can kind of have my way and do
They
it.
start acting different.
Yeah, they start feeling, I felt
Where you at?
like
Where you going?
he
Who
was
you with?
in love, like, I was like, oh, I like this, and I felt like I was doing something with my
Right.
life. I was like, okay. And then I started getting more like, almost like that seductive kind of like.
Right, you're sexy.
My sexy,
You came into
you know,
your sexy.
and you start feeling like,
Yeah.
okay, I got this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because that's definitely a thing. Like when a woman realizes her power in sex, that's a
That little
game changer.
got some power.
Right, yeah, it's a game
Still
changer.
do.
Oh God. Oh God. Okay, so what's next?
I don't know.
We're just
Well,
like,
okay. Well,
What?
when did you guys start experimenting with different things? Like,
Like
positions
Oh.
and like, you know, not the basic.
I thought you were saying with toys. You're like,
No, it was definitely like
That's
in my
you and the toys, but you know what I mean.
early 20s, like, you know, like kind of definitely out of high school, starting to be more comfortable with my body.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch porn to get inspired, or did you just like kind of let him move your body the
I
way
don't
you
think I
wanted
ever
to?
used to watch porn because I was like,
Right.
I was one of those people that I was kind of like, oh, it's kind of like it's frowned upon in the church. So it's like I feel like I never did
Right.
until later when I felt like. When I got married, like my first marriage, I felt like when you start getting comfortable with who you're with, like
Right.
sexually, but then you feel like, okay, I'm kind of married, so
I can do whatever.
I want.
Anything.
You know what I'm saying? But I would say it wasn't until then. Like I don't feel like I ever felt comfortable watching porn. And I feel like the only reason why like
I feel comfortable watching porn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like, and I do get inspiration for real. I get inspiration from watching porn.
So
Well,
okay,
back then?
who
And today.
who would you say that you get inspiration? I don't watch porn, so who
I
would
mean, I just like, especially like.
who would you tell me to look at?
I mean, I don't know names.
I don't know. Right.
I don't know names.
I wouldn't know. Like
Pornhub is a good one.
oh god, can we not talk about this?
Yeah, well, you
Roxy.
know, there's
Okay,
Google.
one of my friends said Roxy Reynolds or something.
I don't.
I
know
never looked her up though.
Oh,
Is that
God,
a
I
real
don't
porn
know.
star? If it's not, I'm sorry.
I don't know names, but I definitely get inspiration like on how to get better head, throw it back better,
You're
make it clap better.
I don't know. You know,
She's
so funny.
hot.
It's like
She's hot.
I usually don't really get flushed or blushing, you know, in that kind of scenario. I have a dirty mouth. I talk so dirty around
Behind
my
the
friends and
camera.
family. But when you're in the camera, I'm like, okay. I'm like, whew. I don't know.
Back on shine.
Acting all shy, right?
Well, if you guys don't mind, you guys can write down in the comments below, and you can tell us your first time. Like, what did you think? Was it trash
Well, the
or
real first time. So you can tell us the first time it happened, the real first time.
was it what you expected?
Right.
Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? Did you?
And when did you find your
love it?
sexy?
Yes.
When did you find your sexy?
I found my sexy at 22.
Oh, you know the age.
I know the age. I loved it. I was like 22. I was like, oh, jeez.
Yes.
I don't know. I didn't know the age, but I knew when I was feeling my sexy, when I was feeling like I can control this. I was
It
like,
was
I
like
got this.
22. I know for sure. I remember that age. 22. I was, yes.
Yeah.
Well, let us know. That was really good, but
All right. Well, until next time, stay beat.
stay
And
fly.
remember, you guys, you're one of a kind. Till next time on Milk Talk.
Bye.
Peace.
told you you were, if I told you you were, if I told you you were beautiful, beautiful. If I told you you were beautiful, beautiful. If I told you you were beautiful, beautiful. If I told